So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It's that time of year. You know what time of year that is? Fire starter season. And it is available right now on the website. There will be a link in the description and a pinned comment as well. We've had a lot of back in stock requests, and it's now available. I'll show you what I just did. Look at that. Almost looks like a brand new machine. This thing was a mess from the clearing job that I did at the neighbors. Dust all through it. I mean, it was a disaster. I got the excavator all cleaned up. It's down at the Woodyard. Got the skid loader all cleaned up. This one has a few scratches on it. The excavator, a few small minor scratches, but it's kind of inevitable when you are clearing land. But man, it just makes you feel good, you know? Get her all cleaned up, fueled up, greased up, check everything out, and it's ready to go when I am. I love it. Chickens are out here in the yard right now, pecking around like they do. And I'm just starting a fire here in the Brio pit because we're going to do some steaks for dinner. But as you can see, look at that fire starter, how that works. It works great, obviously, in like a Brio Solo. Most people seem to buy it for their wood stoves, fireplaces, things like that. One bag, a 1.75 pound bag, you can start at least 25 or 30 fires. No problem at all. A lot of people buy the boxes of 5, even the boxes of 10, especially around Christmas time, because it makes a great gift. What happens is, if you use this stuff in front of somebody, then they want it. You know what I mean? I've gotten emails from people that have never watched our channel, knew nothing about us, but they were gifted a bag of fire starter from somebody else, and they tell us how much they like it. But as you can see, it always works. Never have a problem with it. All right, so it is first thing in the morning. So I'm putting a little diesel extortion fluid in the truck here. I had to run to Tractor Supply this morning and get some. Once I get done with this, we're gonna get down to the Woodyard. It won't take long, but I'm gonna run through some more cherry. I dug some more out of the pile last night. That stuff is actually ready to burn this year. Those logs have been sitting around a long time, and I do random checks with the moisture meter with shocking results. Much drier than I thought it would be. I didn't think logs dried that good, just sitting in a pile. Now, you know, nothing like oak. Oak's a different story, but that cherry, it dries pretty fast. So last night I took the stickers off of this from the dealer. And if you know a good way to get stickers off, let me know in the comments. There, that's proper.
You can throw it.
I see.
Get it. Get it, Tim Arch. You gotta just grab it out of his mouth. Okay, you're good. You're good.
Throw it.
Whoa, good job.
All right, gonna put a little fuel in it now. So last night I pulled some more cherry logs out of the pile here. I got some real small squirrely ones on the processor right now. They won't make a whole lot of wood, but I need to run through them. and then some of this stuff here. But look how nice that cherry looks in that pile right there. It's all clean, no debris. It's darkening, that nice red color that you get from cherry. Beautiful stuff. Alright, I just made a whole bunch of logs go away, gnarly, kind of ugly logs, and turned it into a beautiful product right here. I would guess, I don't know, I pushed this all back. There's probably about 4 cords of wood right there. Now that took me close to 2 hours because that was worst case scenario. In other words, the logs were real squirrely. You got to do some finagling here and there. It's just not as easy, you know, as if you had perfect wood on there. I've gotten upwards well over 4 cords an hour, maybe 5 cords an hour with perfect wood, you know, like 12-inch straight 20-foot poles. You can just fly through it. But that stuff there was pretty nasty, and it didn't take quite 2 hours, but about 4 cords of wood. All of this cherry that you see right here will be burned up in somebody's wood stove or fireplace this winter. And I tell you, I've learned a lot. I have. I never thought, I mentioned it before, never thought like this cherry would dry as well as it does just sitting in log form. But it really does. Oak won't do that. Cherry does. Like realistically, that wood has been sitting around for, it was probably cut down 7-8 months ago. All right, who's winning the matching game? Thea's winning so far.
No,
Thea has a memory like a steel trap.
Thea's not winning.
She really should go to Vegas.
Thea's not winning. Thea has just one.
She's good.
They're both really good at this.
She pretends that she's not paying attention, and she is.
Yeah.
Thea, pick. I want this. Oh, you go, Yaya.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna run down to the pond real quick. I haven't been down here in probably 3 weeks. I'm sure the water level's down quite a bit due to the lack of rain, just from evaporation. But I kind of wanted to see how that grass was growing that I planted. I don't know. No rain, we'll see. Someone parked in the way here. Oh man, the pond is way down. That's what no rain for a month will get you. But the grass looks good. I'll give it that. I don't know how. Man. Yeah, the grass looks fantastic. That is hard to believe. We had one rainfall on this about a month and a half ago. And, you know, planting in August isn't the best time, but it looks fantastic. But the pond is way down, probably at least 1.5 feet. I mean, way down. I don't ever remember it being this low. I don't. That's how dry it's been. All right, back up here at the Woodyard. I'm going to do a little test here. I just pulled some maple logs out. This is soft maple. And before I run this through the processor, I want to check the moisture content in a typical log. So we'll cut a piece off here, split it, and check it, because I know all of this right here will be ready for this winter, and I don't want to contaminate my pile, so to speak, with wood that won't be ready for this winter. But I think this will. Let's find out. All right, let's see where we're at here. %. A little wetter than what I thought. All right, we're gonna put the firewooding on hold and haul a little bit of black gold. This truck does not get used unless it's hauling something, and we're definitely gonna be hauling something. I'm gonna go down by my sister's place, and we're gonna haul several loads of that pond sediment from behind the pond, well, beside the pond, out to the clearing out here. I can use some out there, and I just want to stockpile some. It's really, really good dirt. If you saw that grass growing on the breastwork of the pond, that was a thin layer of that pond sediment. And I was just telling Melissa, you know, it's September, middle of September, dry as a bone right now. I might as well get it out of there right now. It could literally be 6 months before I can do this again, because it'll start raining and it'll snow, freeze, thaw, all that kind of stuff. So it would be best just to get a few loads of it right now. I wish I could get the truck over to the pond. I can't. It would take a lot of work to do so. So I'm gonna have to bucket it about 75, 100 yards, dump it in the dump truck. It's probably going to take 5 or 6 buckets per dump truck load, and we'll just see what we get over the next couple hours. All right, 6 buckets. Yeah, that's a pretty good jag right there. All right, that is the load number 1, black gold. All right, I brought 3 loads up so far. It was a little deceiving there. I think the last 2, third one especially, was pretty heavy. What happened was when I was down there digging into the pile, as you get into the center of the pile, the moisture content of this dirt got a little bit higher, so it got a little bit heavier, but the truck handled it fine. I love the truck so far. I do. I really like it. I don't know what else to say right now. Tomorrow I'll go down and get a couple more loads, and I'm going to drop a load off at Levi's place. He can use this in his nursery. We have some plans for this up here. One spot I'm going to need a little bit is where I dug my big pit over here. The pit is on the other side of that big pile of shale. I need the shale for the building pad, which is over there. I'm burning in the pit, not currently, but I'm trying to burn my stumps and all the debris, and what's left of the stumps will end up in the pit. We'll backfill it, compact it as best as I can, and we'll put a little of this good dirt over top once this is all graded up, and this will just be more food plot right down to the big oaks down there. Then Melissa would like a nice garden out here for next year. This year she just has a wee little one, and man, is it producing. It really is. And we'd like to do something nice out here. and some fruit trees, we will definitely have to have a major fence. And there's deer everywhere out here, and all kind of critters that love getting in gardens, but it's a nice spot for one. We'll have water because we're going to have a cistern tank collecting water off the roof of the new building over here, and we just don't have any room over at the house, so this is where it will have to be. This will be like the recreational hub of the neighborhood out here for both us and the wildlife. But anyway, I'm going to head back over to the house now. I'll report back tomorrow morning. All right, first thing in the morning down here at the Woodyard, I need to pull out a basket of firewood. I think I'll get one from the lower Woodyard. Got a guy coming a little bit to pick it up. I just got back in the dump truck. I'm gonna head down to the pond, get another load of dirt. I gotta stay kind of close to the house today. Melissa's not here. Eva is home right now, so she's keeping her eye on Hunter, but she has to run somewhere in a little bit. So probably throughout the day, I only get another 2 or 3 loads, depending on when Melissa gets back. Right here is the clearing job that I just finished. Next week, I'll cut the driveway in. Alright, that's another 6 buckets on the truck. This is load number 4. If I had to guess, each load is probably around 6 tons. So 4 loads in this truck equals a little bit more than a triaxle load. Yeah, that's about right. Man, look at the leaves falling already. They're just coming down. Fall foliage this year is going to be a complete flop around here. It's just been too dry. All the trees are distressed. I mean, they'll come back. It's not like it's killing them or anything, but yeah, I don't think the fall colors are going to be that great. There's a few sticks and a little bit of debris in here, but I'm telling you, you lay this stuff out. I could hit it with the rake on the tractor, but I'll probably just use the power rake on the mini skid, and it will instantly turn this into, you know, like processed topsoil. This is really, really nice stuff. But yeah, there's quite a bit right here. Maybe even, I don't know, I think I was a little heavy on those loads. I do. That's a lot of dirt right there for just 4 loads in this F600. And I was looking, this hasn't been a real test because this stuff is pretty dry, but nothing's sticking in the bed. I like the way those sides are designed, where the sides come down and meet the floor. I hate whenever you get stuff stuck in a truck and you constantly have to clean it out. This way, I don't have to do anything. I can go right to Firewood. I'll be hauling stone for that driveway over there. It's nice not having to, you know, scrape out the inside of the bed, depending on what you're hauling. But anyway, before we wrap this up, don't forget Firestarter is available right now. There's a link in the description, pinned comment as well. It works fantastic. You know, it's one of those things, everybody knows how to start a fire. It is just so much faster and easier, and it always works. You know, it's a huge time saver. You could compare it to like a cordless drill, for example. You know, years ago, you're turning that screwdriver. Now we have cordless drills. It's the same kind of thing. But like I said, link in the description, pinned comment as well. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. And I will catch you on the next one.